Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Taraji P. Henson is speaking out about the disparities in pay for men and women in Hollywood. Yeah, fam, Taraji is saying that she wants her money and she wants it now, or she's gonna go upside somebody's head. She didn't say all that, but that's what she want to do. I know she want to do it. I want to do it too, man. You've been in the game 30 years and they still playing in your face like that? Oh, hell no. I'm with her 1,000, man. Taraji is one of the best in the game, man. She deserves to be compensated. You know, it's a trip that our women still got to deal with this type of stuff. Our men too got to deal with it, but right now we're talking about the women. You know, while she was on Hoda Kotb's Making Space podcast, she reflected on her early days of Hollywood and how people expected her to just take off. You know, they cited the way that John Singleton, who was the director, had helped other actors' careers and how she was fresh on the scene. She already got Baby Boy under her belt. Man, it's about to be on. And she said that after 30 years, she's still waiting on her major role in a franchise film. Tyrese already had two, and she's not trying to, hate on Tyrese or anything. She's just, comparing apples to apples. Like, look, that was my co-star. I was the lead lady. He was the leading man in a great film. We did great. We did great numbers. People loved it. I did great. He did great. So why am I not getting my just? Why am I getting, why y'all not breaking bread, man? Yeah. So I'm with her. I'm with her 100%. Taraji said that she went on a sabbatical. She was so frustrated with Hollywood that she went on a 30-day sabbatical. And coming back, she's saying that she's now starting to do her own thing, like she's starting to think more along the lines of entrepreneurship. And, she got her own line out and all that type of stuff. She's doing her thing. I think she's on the right track. I ain't got no problem with that at all, fam. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. You got to do your own thing in Hollywood, if you're black especially. You just got to figure out how to do your own thing. And if you've been in the game as long as Taraji, and you've had the opportunities that she's had, it's all now, since you know everybody and everybody know you, it's all about putting a business plan together and say, let's make this money. And the trip part about it, depending on what her money look like, she might want to use her own money. I know me, I ain't got no problem betting on me. I'll bet on me before I bet on anybody else, because I know me ain't gonna drop the ball. I'm not dropping the ball. You ain't gotta wake me up and tell me let's go get it. You ain't gotta call. When I was on the road as a ghetto boy, performing, we would be on tour. I never had to be awakened, but nobody had to call me and say, okay, let's do it. You didn't have to call me. I was already up. I was on the bus already. I'd be on the bus like once I'm in the hotel, once I freshen up, a lot of times I'll just go get on the bus and I'm already ready. Bus roll, I'm already gone. I'm good. Like, nobody has to tell me, let's do it and, stay overnight or work extra hours or none of that. Pay close to you ain't got to tell me none of that. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get the job done. Taraji has put in a lot of work. She's done some great films and she's brought a lot of entertainment to the game. She's brought a lot of joy to people. Man, that woman need to be compensated properly, you got all kind of disparities, but Hollywood is a microcosm of the United States. It's a microcosm of this country. Like, when you start looking at, okay, you got a disparity in the way men are paid and women are paid. You got a disparity in the way that blacks are paid and white people are paid. And you got a disparity in the way that foreigners are paid and the way and Americans are paid. And when you talk about age, we're just, there's disparities all over the place all the time, in all parts of society. And that's just something that America has to work on. And I don't think that it's like looking forward to working on these type of things. She absolutely has a proper right, same as Monique. Some people was being dismissive of Monique when she first came out and started talking about this type of thing. And then Taraji came out and said the same thing. And then, people tend to like open up their ears a little bit more. I don't know if they was doing it because, okay, now we got another woman doing it, or if they, were doing it just because, they had a little favoritism going on. For whatever reason, though, they both were right. Pay the women what you own. Make them pay, man. That's why. Even when it comes to athletes, I'm all for getting your money because I know the system don't love you, and the system would chew you up and spit you out and say, next. It does not care. And that's why you have to do your thing. You have to get as much as you can for yourself. Not saying being selfish, but you do have to look out for yourself because the system is looking out for the system. The program is looking out for the program. Taraji wants to be part of one of those franchise machines. That thing is on automatic where, those franchises now, man, they make close to $1 billion these days. Every film, damn near $1 billion. Used to be 100 million, used to be the mark. Now it's $1 billion. That money is crazy out there. Franchises. I will say this though. Most franchises make a lot of money, but most franchises aren't really like great films. They don't make great films. They make that one good film, and then after that, most of the other stuff is trash. I'm straight up. Most of the other stuff is trash. Most, not all. But I feel for her. I feel her and I feel for her. Tyrese was a major R&B singer as well. So I think that, probably played a role in him getting some extra action. But two things can happen at the same time, Tyrese can have his action, get his thing going on because of what he had going on with his singing career. And, he has a hell of a work ethic. So, he should be able to get his. But also Taraji should get hers in her own respect, because there are other people out there. That's all they do is act. They don't do nothing else. They ain't got no side companies and stuff like that. They ain't got no side gigs. They making all of their money off of the film industry. And then let's not talk about those execs who don't do nothing but get paid. And they don't have any other, they ain't got no club or hotel that they own or all that money coming straight from the talent of the actors and actresses in Hollywood. So I say, get that woman her money. Taraji is an Academy Award nominated actress. So she's done some great things for Hollywood. She's done some great things for Hollywood. She has been recognized for that. Haven't gotten the big one, but the Oscar. But she has been recognized for her talents, and everybody knows she got the chops. She don't miss. Taraji P. Henson don't miss. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.